stop walking. Be quiet, don't move. Be quiet, stop talking. Be quiet, don't move. Quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Be quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Be quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Be quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking.
Howdy, folks. Happy Friday. Kindred, Steve, I showed Brent your idea, and I think he liked it.
I did.
Very good idea there.
Very good.
We can get into discussing that here in a little bit. But how's everybody? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yes, it is.
Ed's got, hey, David, what's up, buddy? Court, what's up? How are you? So, Florida, hey, what's going on? Ed's got a competition tomorrow. Everybody, wish him luck. You wanna delve a little bit into what that is, Ed?
It's a fitness competition. I'm not doing the bodybuilding. I'm doing inspiration transformation. So they'll put Fat Ed on the screen behind me. Back when I was 350 pounds, and then I'll walk the stage. They'll tell my story, and I walk off. Nothing fancy.
I'm going to be rooting for you, brother. I hope you.
Me too.
I hope you come home with the gold.
You inspire me, nonetheless, brother. Don't worry about it.
I don't think that's really a prize for it. I think there might be for the top male, but I think I'm the only male, so I'm in first and last place.
It's called win-win.
But you do serve as an inspiration, Ed, because you've done a lot of hard work on yourself, brother, and
yeah,
you deserve to get all those accolades for that. Hey, Ed Tatum. You see who that is, Ed?
Yeah, I know who that is.
We're going to make you a standard mod too, Rebecca. So everybody, please subscribe to Antietam. They're out of Maryland. We're going to be investigating with them at Crescent Sanitarium. Actually, me and Rebecca were talking earlier today about maybe Rebecca coming on the show and talking about her experiences at Crescent. And Rebecca also has the gift like Ed, I would say.
Oh,
okay. She's got it better than me. She's somebody who I go to for answers sometimes.
I love it. This is a great idea.
I think it's a good idea.
On her, you're wrong.
I said I would talk to the fellas about it, and I just brought it up on the show. Sorry.
There you go. That's how
That's
how investigation goes majority of the time too. So.
Yep. So Rebecca's big on Facebook. Hey, Paul, thanks for coming in. Rebecca, if you're blue and everybody else is blue, you can click on their name and check them out as well. There's a lot of good people in here, a lot of good real investigators. Trinity Paranormal Investigations of Long Island.
Love them.
They do really good work. Hello, Heather. How are you? Thanks for coming in from down under. I think Paul's over in the UK. Man.
Love it.
Dedication. All right, we got a decent show for you tonight, I think. We're going to show off some equipment later on. Equipment that we've been working on, like this little REM pod right here that we've been working on. The REM pod that probably some of you have that you paid $200 for. I know that you've seen this in our videos and have seen it on BTI, but we're going to get a little further into what goes on with this thing and how to make it yourself. So you can save the $300 on buying a portal.
Yeah.
So how was your trip back to South Carolina last week, Brent?
I gotta say it was pretty smooth. I think the only thing I was lacking is something to really listen to. I was gonna listen to the dictation audio. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I don't know why. Probably because I sat there the entire time doing it. But It was good. It was a smooth ride.
Ed, did you record up there with you in Madison?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I've been focused on training all week, so I haven't focused on anything else.
I'm not. I just wanted to know if you actually recorded, because what I was going to do is I was just going to make a video out of each little session that we did.
Yeah.
And then the second part of the investigation we'll make as a investigation series video.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have my handheld up there, so.
Jared,
Cool.
do you want me to? Am I uploading and sending you the actual dictation that I recorded with my phone?
Yep.
That actually types it. Okay.
One thing I was very happy about last week is I feel that we got some interactions with Faja. Faja, what's up, man? Hey, I just seen an excellent burnt image photo of Mumsy and Faja.
Oh, cool.
From their wedding. Faja? Yeah. Very cool photo.
Awesome.
I hope everything is well out there, bro. He's out in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Joe, what's going on, bro?
My brother.
Brother Joe.
Brother Joe.
So, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the Benson Hammond investigation. We did like a test bed situation where we tested some equipment against each other. We had areas to go to. Ed started off in the attic with Madison and what's his name again? Jake.
Yep.
And wasn't both of them getting shadows moving in the corner?
No, Maddie and I were seeing that.
Yeah.
The shadows, and her and I were seeing them in the same spots too.
Yeah. It's funny because
I didn't tell her the one I was seeing at first, but she's like, "Does anything happen in that corner?" And that was the corner where we got that thing on the SLS that was underneath of that sign at one time. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was hiding and cowering.
It was.
The thing that was really cool, Rashad Jurgens, what's up? How are you? The thing that was really cool was Tiffany from the Bohemian House joined us that evening. And Tiffany works very well with Jackie, so they went upstairs. And Tiffany,
she's an awesome person. She works well with everybody. She's just
so
Jan to get along with. I love her. She's awesome.
Jan said that Tiffany's a great person.
Yeah,
she's a good down to earth person.
Like if you were in a bad mood, I'd want her to come around. Like, okay, you can she's just a cheer you up type of person.
She definitely is. Her and Ed work well too because they're both empaths. But Tiffany come running over to Jackie like, I feel like a kid's hanging on my back and it's hair like here and then all of a sudden, which I've never seen in that place, and we've investigated it for a long time. Those Civil War guns and sword with the sway. And they come running downstairs because they got a little frightened by it. I wouldn't say frightened, but jolted. And so me and Ed went up there, and it happened to me and Ed, and we couldn't debunk it.
And yeah, we tried everything, and I'm like, nope, this ain't it.
I'm in the parlor with the ghost box, and I say, who's rocking moving the guns upstairs? And it came through and said, Tommy, swaying guns. Now I have to listen back to that to make sure it said that, but I swear, real time, I was like, that just it just said that.
And then in the parents' room, remember, Ed? When we were going upstairs with the SLS, they were talking about it. Tiffany and Jackie were talking about it in the parents' room. It said it was Tommy. Right now.
Well, remember, Garrett, when you and I went there the first time back before when we got the hymns and all that being sung, and I was like, Tommy, because we always got Tommy in the kids' room. And I was like, Tommy didn't leave. Tommy just went upstairs. He didn't send up to heaven because we were getting that he got crossed over by another group.
Right.
And it was that night when I'm like, nah, Tommy's up on the third floor. So the fact that Brent got that, just kind of gives some validation to that.
Yeah, validity. Yep.
I mean,
That's what I was trying to say.
I know.
we're getting SLS captures where visuals have been seen of movement. Down on the parlor, we got Tommy swings guns, and then on the second floor, it was Tommy.
Yep.
So there's 3 different floors confirming who was swinging on.
Yep.
Amber, what's up? Hey, what's going on, Sue? Thanks for coming in. Visiting Dead Adventures. I think they're in Australia as well. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Happy Friday. And the obelisk outside.
That one sequence. Don't give all the spoilers away. There's some good stuff.
But there was a sequence outside that I was like,
yeah, I would say 2 sequences. Yeah.
Like it said cellar, soup, garden. And I said, hold on a second. The root cellar's right there.
There's a kitchen.
The summer kitchen's right there, and there's a garden right there. Is that what you're pointing out? And it went correct. I was like, holy crap.
Ohio. Visiting Dead Adventures, Ohio. Awesome.
I thought you were from
USA.
Well, a fellow statesman. It could be crossed, but I don't think he is. He's still there. He's still there, Court. I could feel him. I got as soon as Brent said that he got that capture that Tommy's swinging from the guns, I was like, it's like everything started to.
And then you said something else. Actually, said it was Tommy as well. But I gotta say, I got to comment since we're talking about that place and Court's talking about getting the truth out. I don't know what is even trying to come out at this point. I don't even know who all was there. It was confusing to me. Like, I think some new people are in there now. And I'm not saying, like, I just think there's new people in there. It was very tough. You know, we talk about going back to places time after time, building a relationship, this trust so we can get real-time communication. And it was almost like starting over again. Like,
well,
too standoffish. Like, we were getting responses, but they weren't all, happy and trying to get stuff done. They were like, "No, we're not talking to you guys, or we're not talking to you. Don't talk to them." I'm like, what is going on?
And I think that, there was a picture that was brought in of Miss Kitty.
Miss Kitty, that's right. Yep.
And I think maybe that she thinks that since she was brought into the house via a painting, that maybe she's got a voice now, and now she's able to stand up and say,
"Steaming on the wall."
I'm the same with these 3 over here.
I gotta say here.
So, just to look at her, she looks like.
So there's 2 things. The first thing is and Tino posted earlier this week about spirits communicating with one another and everything, and that triggered me because Brent had asked while we were investigating, are they talking to one another, not talking to us? Yeah. If we introduce these devices, do they start talk? Is that their way to communicate like it is for us?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because we're introducing this, are they now? Hey, we're not talking to you guys. We want to talk to the other spirits that we know are here. So it's an interesting theory on that.
I mean, it's something that I think we should ask in the future, like on investigations. Yeah. Can you talk to other folks like you, or do you have to wait till we come here?
Yeah, that's interesting. And so, I think one thing we don't do a lot that's this team, like we do a lot of trying to identify with historical people who are there, how they tie to history, how they tie to location, what they need, if anything. Like, we get personal with them. But one thing we don't do that often is like, what are you going through? How do you experience reality right now? What is your existence right now? Like, we don't ask them much about.
We mention their existence, but we always say, this isn't your existence.
Yeah. And like, maybe we'll be like, can you see us? Stuff like that, but not really like, hey, can you talk to each other? But we will say things like, ask questions like, how many spirits are in this, home?
Mm-hmm.
We do ask stuff like that. So, I mean, to me, it would be like, if they can't talk to each other, I would assume they couldn't see each other. And if they were just like, no, it's just me here, buddy. What are you talking about? Other spirits? What are other spirits? I don't like those.
It's like,
here I want to talk to them.
Are they behind me?
We can't see them. we can't see them, but we're trying to talk to them, you know. So can it be the same way for them? It's just one of those things. I mean,
So it's
was it like you said? We don't always ask like, "Hey, what's your reality?" Because of the fact that we're trying, you know, to prove that hey, we are getting communication here. Like, hey, turn that light on. Oh, okay, cool. Now turn it back off. You know, how many of you guys are here? Like, we do need to dive a little bit deeper into that and see how much, especially these places we revisit and see what we can find out with that. Because I mean, that was an interesting theory when I read it. Like, hey, you know what? Can they talk to one another? And do they?
Yeah. So Rebecca asked if we know who Tommy is, and Andrea before told me, and Jan is very well versed, which is an awesome thing about doing places like we do, because the folks that run the places typically know everything about them. But Tommy, Andrea, who was the president before, told me that Tommy was a 9-year-old boy that was the son of somebody she didn't know at the time, but
we found out
the Milton,
who we used to call George, and he didn't like that, but it was Milton.
But he died in 1860 from a stomach virus.
Tommy,
and we've gotten a lot of interaction from it.
And just for a little additional background history of how we've learned and grown with the spirits in that location. I mean, we didn't know Tommy, and we called him George Milton. We called him George at the time. We didn't know they were related. And we would be like, Tommy, don't listen to George. If he says don't talk, you can talk to us. Essentially, we're just telling this little kid, don't listen to your dad. You can tell us. You can talk to us all you want. Don't listen to him, you know?
After I found out all the truths and everything.
Yep.
You know, all the true history, I was like, no wonder the dude hated me, because
we had some bad blood for a minute. I'm
telling his kid not to listen to him, which, you know, I would get mad, and I'm calling him by the wrong freaking name.
Yeah, well, not the necessarily wrong name. The name he did not like. It was his name. You had it right, but not the one he approved of.
I mean, his name was George Milton. However, he had a twin that died at 3 years old, whose name was George something else. So they both had the same name. They had a different middle name. So he wanted to go by Milton, so he wasn't reminded of his twin brother that passed away at 3 years old. So I understand if he didn't like me for doing that. But the investigation was good. We got a lot of interesting Ovilus interactions, and I think the videos will come out well. Going into, if you go up to the top of the chat, I pinned a link up there for Monday's premiere at 6:15. Hello, Cherry. How are you?
Positive vibes.
All positive vibes, right? I pinned the link for the premiere on Monday at 6:15. Haunted Carlisle, the 2 Mile House.
There you go.
I am proud of this one.
I get a little preachy in that one at the end, but
you do, and watching this one, it feels like an episode of Ghost Hunters.
The way you edit it was awesome. I love it. I do.
Only better. What? You're pointing to the shirt, honey? You want me to mention the shirt? Hey, do you like the new shirts that we'll be sporting on investigations from now on?
I do think it's tight. I love it.
And new hats. If anybody is interested, let us know. We'll try to get you one.
People want to know how much they are.
I don't know yet. We don't have an inventory yet.
Everybody saying hi, Jackie.
Yeah. Everybody saying hi, honey. Come over and say hi. Ed, she's got on her King of the North 2017 Champions night shirt. Her Steelers shirt.
Let's say that shirt's been packed away for a while. It's in the bottom of a drawer.
It's a sleeping shirt. So Haunted Carlisle, there's a lot of really good interactions in here. When we left early, and that never happens. But I don't know, it just felt very standoffish, and felt like they didn't want anything to do with us being there. So we respected their space, because we'll be going back eventually. And so as a group, we decided to just walk away. And
I mean, I think it was when you watch this, you'll see it. There was a very clear. To me, it was a point where it was very clear. Okay, it's done. We're done.
Thanks for coming in, Punksy. Honey, Punksy says hi. All right. Talk a little bit about that, Brent. Let me go get another beer.
About what? Hunter Carlisle. So, Hunter Carlisle, 2 Mile House. It was awesome. He said it all pretty much. We actually, it was one of the shortest investigations. I think it was the shortest investigation we've ever done. Do you agree, Ed?
Yeah.
The shortest investigation we've done.
Definitely. I mean, like we did that walkthrough, and that was about what, an hour walkthrough. Then we went back to the hotel.
Yep.
Came back later on to investigate, and after the first hour, I'm like I want to go eat, guys. I'm done. There's nothing happening. It's funny because it started off where I'm like, hey, the lady that is in this house is telling me we're going to have an interesting night. Little did I know that real time it wasn't interesting, except for what happened at the end. But in the review, it was interesting.
There was a lot in there.
There's a lot of EVP.
Yep.
And if Rebecca's still in here, here's one of those old school things, or anybody else that has done a lot of investigation, Steve, Heather, Courtney, Punksy, the smell of perfume. Now, 3 of the 4 of Pasadena Paranormal were able to experience this.
Yeah, I love
because he lost a sense of smell.
I don't have it.
He doesn't have a sense of smell, but me, Jackie, and Ed all got on 2 occasions a very strong scent of perfume. Now, after this, me and Jackie searched everywhere for like a potpourri spray or something like that. Could not find it. It was something that, people talk about all the time. Oh, I could smell the perfume and everything, but it came on so strong that I was able to call it out. Like, there it is.
Well, hold on. Yeah, you guys, you'll see it in the video, but you call it out, and then you just ask Jackie, "Hey, do you smell anything?" And she describes what you described.
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't standing there. She come walking in later, and you were like, "Hey, come here." So it was very.
There's no source for it, and it wasn't a constant smell. It came and went.
And the thing that I like about that one segment is Ed hit on the name of the woman that gave the 2 Mile House to Cumberland County Historical Society. Mary.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty cool.
Court says maybe that's all they can do to show themselves, which is awesome. I think the ghost just farted in his face, and it just happened to smell like pretty good.
I can't wait till I'm a spirit and I can communicate that way then. I've been practicing for years. I'm going to shine in the afterlife.
Ed's going to communicate like Isaac on ghosts. He died of dysentery.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh, man. All right, so let's get into some equipment. Steve, if you want to go ahead and ask a question about that setup that you sent over the other day, go ahead, bro. So this is our ghost box that Brent came up with, the mind of Brent. And I'll let Brent explain why he came up with this. And then we'll explain what all these things do that are on here.
Yeah, and it's actually interesting. Hey, Parasolo just jumped on. What's going on, brother? He actually built one of these too. So, I mean, this is not from the mind of Brent. All in all, that design has been a majority of that design has been around for a while. But most people were putting in the blue box that was on Jared's. It pretty much produces an echo, all right, and you're able to time that echo, speed it up, all those little knobs, adjust the quality of the sound, how fast it repeats, how long, how many times it repeats. So it gives you a lot of ability to hear what is said, where the most people for years have been putting in a device that just makes it sound spooky. And
Bluetooth
spooky is spooky is okay, I guess, if you want to, if you're looking for that. But we want to hear what's actually being said, so that's what it is. The noise gate that Jared just adjusted right there, that just allows you to filter out all that static sound that you get with a SB7 or a Spirit Box.
The noise gate's not on.
Xbox. Yeah. There you go. So that's the magic of the noise gate right there. So
and we're probably not.
It's just sweeping through RF with the we have a detuned SB7 on there.
So we have
the antenna has been removed from that SB7, and that SB7 is just sweeping through. You can change the sweep rate, direction.
First into the noise gate, and then leaves through the noise gate into the echo delay, and then plays through. This is just a Bluetooth speaker.
It's just a speaker.
It's not an old school radio.
It's actually not even. It's not even just a Bluetooth speaker. You can wire that. You can hardwire that joker too. But yeah, and that's it. So it takes your SB7 that most people understand and know, and take it from that loud hello, and turn it into hello, 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 hello. I'm here. You know, so you can hear
real time communication. Because when we were in RSI and we were using this down in the tavern room, Ed was pulling out real time responses. I loved it. That night, me and Ed did Rising Sun, just me and him.
Yep.
That ghost box was on fire, and Ed was calling out the. He was calling out responses. I was like,
I'm just going to say this real quick. Kindred, I see you, and we're going to get to you in a minute, bro. So thank you for typing in.
I'll pull that up right here. So Steve from Kindred, if you are not subscribed to Steve does some good work out of Florida. He was talking about some sensory deprived or deprivation type. That's what that's what the main thing is with the Estes session.
Estes session is just removing your, you close this in, you can't hear anything else going on around you. It really hones you in, and it makes it very, I don't know, to me it's a very that's one of my favorite forms of communication. I love it. I am a fan of the Estes session, and this is an interesting idea here. I think it's very cool. Now I'm not I don't have any experience with a VR headset with reality.
We got one in the next room over.
But do you really?
Used, yeah. Oculus.
So, all right. Well, go ahead. What do you think about this then? With what are you saying? So, Kendra, he wrote an earlier one. Was I just wanted to get y'all's thoughts on using an Oculus VR headset instead of a blindfold during the Estes. So. Jared, what do you mean? What are your thoughts? So, what would you be looking at? Right, I'm asking Kendra. I'm asking you too. Anybody else who has it? What would you be seeing?
Yeah, I don't know because I've never.
If it's a game or something, you would see just about anything. You can be looking at
Owen's got one, and you can watch movies on it. It's a game, or whatever. But the thing is it's got some weight to it. So for me, it's something extra. Like, how I try to process things as it is anyway. So if I got something else that's now heavy. Real light blindfold, am I feeling something because now I got this thing in my head, or am I actually picking something up? To me, I rather just stick with the blindfold. Now, maybe if you throw some, white static in there or something, or something.
That's like I actually thought the same thing. It's funny you said that. Like, to me, if you were able, like, anybody who has ever had an old TV or
TV
or whatever, and you actually saw the static screen,
maybe some flicker to the side, like
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know if it would help. I don't know if it would do anything, outside of trying to trick your brain, though. Would it actually work?
See,
Because
I don't think it would work with Ed because he's already there. Basically, that VR is trying to get us into the area that we're able to feel and see and
But all right, so what was it? So the Oculus you can set in a VR room. There are hundreds, okay, but you can also do pass through, which is like night. Oh, that's right. He did say the night vision. Now the night vision would kind of be cool. I think the
Yeah.
night vision would be cool. Kind of just all in all, just looking around like, all right, I see you. Can you record with that? That's another thing. Next thing you know, we're gonna have little backpacks with a VR, pull it out, and we're not gonna carry cameras around. We're just gonna look around at night vision all the time.
I feel like
Record with that.
if you're going to do that, to me, so the essence to me is about heightening your sense of hearing because you're blocking off your eyes.
The whole point of it. Yeah, it is. You're right.
Forcing your other senses. Now, if you were to do the night vision thing, maybe you want to do that with earplugs to block out your hearing, and then maybe your eyes will tune in more. I mean, another sense is picking
like
up.
like a switch of the roles of the senses.
Because
it's exactly right.
They say like deaf people they're able to see and smell better, but blind people are able to hear and smell better. So if we're
I always say
taking all those senses off, what are we doing?
Yeah. I do have a pitch for a VR game if anybody wants to hear it, though.
You got a what?
A pitch, a sales pitch. Someone should build it, a certain game I have in my head.
All right, go ahead.
It'd be called Bad Trip.
Oh.
Essentially, you'd put it on the VR, and it would just look like your entire house, like exactly what you're looking at right now. It would look the same. You'd wear it, and over time, that was a ghost coming down behind Ed. Over time, little things would just start tripping out the house.
Yeah,
and like the house would like you're on a bad trip. And see how long you can stay
sitting on your couch. Like,
it just changed all the time. It looked real. Whoever can stay longest in the game wins.
Sherry B, we can help you make one yourself, or if you want us to make you one, we can. You can always hit us up on Facebook. But that's what the purpose of bringing this up right now is you just need to get those things.
Sherry, if you hit up Jared will hit you up, help you out, or you can hit up me, have him give you my email. I will send you a list of everything you need to build that.
Nope,
it's not like you got to do a lot of work.
It's very easy, and we're always about putting the right materials into people's hands at a better price than what these people are charging. Like the REM pods that we have made. How much was a REM pod that somebody just bought? If anybody bought one recently, can you tell me how much you paid for it? The real REM pod, not the minis. So let me know how much you paid for it.
And can I just say something on the Ghost Box real quick? So I was thinking about this the other day. There's a relatively famous or well-known guy out there who makes them. And I mean, that's where I first heard of it. But it seems like every time a famous celebrity dies, he brings his out, and I've communicated with them. That's one thing.
Is it Stephen Huff? I hate that.
Oh, well, yes, it is.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, exactly. And I bet his sales go up at that time. I'm talking to Betty White. Come on, man, really? I don't ever see it used on an investigation. Oh, this famous person died. I got them on my spirit box.
Huff's a scumbag. I just said that.
I heard you.
If it gets to you, Steven, hit me up on Messenger. I'll call you a scumbag over the voice thing.
Oh my God.
I don't like that guy. I never have.
I know.
Never. My question about the VR is if you are blocking sound, what are you able to see? Exactly. What are we able to see? I'd like to see, well, like Brent was saying, the static white noise of an old TV with some flickering different blue and green lights on the side. I think that will help my extra sensories and my brain work better. So I've seen these REM pods the same things that I got in my hand on Amazon for $199.
Wow, $200.
Yep. I made this thing and this thing in about 2 hours, and I think for about $10.
You know what you should have done is you should have been going to Home Depot to get a Sawzall blade in them 2 hours.
No, man, why you gotta bring up old stuff? Why you gotta bring up? Why you gotta fuel the fire, bro? She's watching. She's watching.
All they are is thermins.
Yeah, so here's a theremin. You know, we've messed with these before. Theremin. It works on capacitance. So if anybody wants to know what is actually going on here,
That's why different lights go off as your hands get closer to different areas.
So it's just changing the voltage as the capacitance increases or decreases. And there you go. It's completely portable, battery operated.
So it's Rebecca says she has one. It worked once. You know what? We got some interaction with ours over the weekend, Saturday at Benson Hammond, which was
I was actually surprised that yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it works on capacitance. Basically the same type of thing that bank safes work on. Remember the old bank safe in the pen?
I actually had an opportunity to buy one of the original safe capacitance safe sensors that we like, the ones we use there.
Really?
And off eBay, back when you and I first started Pasadena Paranormal Investigators, about 2 years in, I saw one. It was $50, and I didn't have it, and it was gone. And I was like, man, I wish I'd have gotten that.
This guy didn't work last week, and I was very upset about it, but he's very cool. This is another REM pod.
It's not that he didn't work; it just didn't get interacted with.
He did not.
It doesn't work.
Nobody wanted to play with him, however. And this guy's not done yet. This guy ain't done yet. I'm going to figure out a way to put a voice into this guy to where when those lights go off, instead of a pulsating voltage going to these lights, it's a solid, and it's going to trip a relay that says, "Hi, I'm Teddy. What's your name?" And I'm gonna figure that out. But he was, you look at what is it, the Boo Buddy Bear?
Yeah, Boo Buddy. That's what Desiree has.
Yeah, the Boo Buddy Bear is going on Amazon for $399.
Now that guy he actually says different phrases, correct?
He says different phrases, but you know what it is, right? You know why it says different phrases? It only says 4 phrases. You know why it only says 4 phrases?
Yeah, there you go. Different
Because
level.
the theremin inside of it, these lights are also hooked up to a.
Yeah, so when it hits X amount of millivolts, it hits.
The theremin inside this doesn't send a pulsating voltage; it sends a solid voltage to these lights.
Yeah, so they all go. Yeah.
Each light is associated with a relay to a word bank.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to put those little speakers anywhere in that bear, wire them in to a relay.
I mean, I'll tell you what, if you wanted 4, here's if you wanted to do the way you're doing is a cheap, cost-effective way, because that theremin kit is not expensive. But what you could do is you could take and associate multiple sensors in that bear. One to the right hemisphere, one to the left, or north, south, east,
and that's what they do.
And each one operated a certain side. So if you want yes, no, you can. Yep, here's yes, no. Touch this ball for yes, this for no.
We got something for yes, no too.
Oh yeah,
this one's gonna be good. But we'll save that for a little bit.
All right.
I don't think it does.
Ours didn't. There might be other versions, but the one we have didn't.
Yeah, it was just a basic little theremin that It's wired in series with a
Yeah, it doesn't have a pitch and volume control. It just had one sensor on
You
it.
know what I like to see? And was it? I would like to see a Boo Buddy or whatever, but where it says, was it touch my left paw? And then that paw will light up when it gets touched. That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Once I get a Thermin kit to put in that bear, we can get 4 different relays and get 4 little voice modules, and
Yeah,
we can say whatever the hell we want to say.
that's exactly right.
You know.
Yep.
So that bear is going to be just like a Boo Buddy bear, and we'll get it. We'll get it working. This was Brent's brainchild again. This is our Bible box that we use on investigation.
Deb, if you get on here, I'm still working on
Deb
this.
is not feeling well. She's
All right.
got.
It's for the best. I'm gonna get it built, Deb.
It's for the best. So as I was telling Rebecca today about the Bible box.
Yeah, let it set up first. There you
It's
go.
an ultrasonic sensor. Solo, you want them, brother? Message me. I'll get them in your hands.
I like to see that in Crescent because Crescent, you got a lot of long, dark hallways where like is something moving down there. So that would be nice to have.
So go ahead, Brent. Explain your thoughts on this. Why you came up with this?
Yeah, so this was it was kind of a challenge. It wasn't a challenge to make. It was a challenge to us. Hey, can you guys give us a way to create, what's it called? A paranormal music box. So pretty much I'm going to preface this story with a statement that's going to kind of encompass everything we're going to talk about here to every one of you and anybody else who watches. Anything that's marketed to you as a paranormal tool right now or in the future, I'm going to tell you right now, the technology already exists and it's way cheaper than they charge you for it. If you see something being charged, a $200, $2,000, $500 paranormal investigation tool, I guarantee you could find it on your own without building anything for $25, or less. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Ed, what are you showing us?
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. So pretty much what I looked at the paranormal music box, which I think is going for $500 right now.
$300. However,
okay.
Again, folks, hold on to that because
all right. So
we got something for you.
So okay, so we'll say it's $300, right, for the paranormal music box. This is a little coffin-shaped device with a music box on it that has a sensor that claims to go off, on a ghost, a spirit. They don't know why. They just say it does it, and they charge a lot of money for it.
Hey, Karen,
So,
how are you?
Bottom line, I looked at it, found out the technology was just an ultrasonic sensor. This is a very cheap, old, still used technology that you can pick up. What's in that box right there that he's holding, I got off of eBay. Everything, all the guts in that thing right there, I got off of eBay for $15, and it's a parking assistant sensor. You hang it up in your garage, and it tells you when to stop. It's using ultrasonic sensors. It's the same exact thing they're using. Theirs just plays music.
Yep.
The one that Jared just showed you has 3 lights on the side: red, yellow, and green. Green actually means that it detected something within 10 to 6 feet. Yellow, 6 to 18 inches, 6 feet to 18 inches. And red is anything within 18 inches. So ours actually tells you how far away it actually told you it detected something. And the new ones we're doing actually has a readout on it that tells you the exact distance it detected something from. And the new ones, it's a kit off of Amazon, $15. Yes, you have to solder it yourself, but it's not that hard. I will do a video to show you how to do it.
And We've already sold a couple Bible boxes. Heather bought one. Stephanie from Get Spooky has bought one. We're working on one for Deb. So if you want a Bible box, let us know. Hit us up on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. I mean, I understand them making, when someone's selling something for $300, I'm not knocking them. All right. I just want to be very clear. I'm not saying it's not worth $300.
No.
Go for it. I'm just telling you, if you're on a budget or just getting into it, it's better to understand the technology anyways. And if you can build it, you're going to understand it. You will understand what you get in your hands if you build it yourself. And it's not that hard to do. And it's way cheaper. So if we build it, we're going to, make a little money on it too, because we have time going into this, right? It's not just, hey, it costs $15. So here it is for $15. You can do that yourself. But just keep that in mind. Well, we ain't going to charge $300 for something that cost us $15.
I made this EM pump in about.
You made the EM pump. You got it done.
It's open loop right there.
Yeah, open loop, just so you guys know, on that meter means it can't even give you a milligauss readout. It's saying infinite.
Infinite. So this is
not infinite, but it's just it doesn't have the capability to
probably
define what it is.
You're looking for an EM pump and you don't feel like spending $50? Give us a shout. We'll get you something. This is a nice EM pump. This thing's putting out about 7 to 8 inches away from the device. It's putting out over 50 milligauss.
You can see already it's red there.
So this is a nice little pump. Spotted Ghost. Hey, I don't know who you are, but thanks for coming in.
Hey,
we got a new person coming in. Thanks for coming in. So that's some of the stuff we've been working on. There's one more. Let me see what we got here. Tripwire. So Stephanie, Joe from the paranormal side, Heather have all bought tripwires as well, which is a REM pod tripwire. Basically, this is the old mini that we've been using. It's got 6-foot whips on it with antennas on each side. You could set them along the staircase.
Yeah, it's pretty much laid out in a long strip along the stairs.
So you got a REM pod, 6 foot long, basically, maybe 10 foot long.
Tripwire.
On the thing. The size.
I have not heard that story of the EM pump.
Spotted Ghost developed the Spirit Talker app.
The Spirit Talker app, huh?
What? Is that true?
What was that?
He's a techie.
You're a techie too.
You got to get on here with us. We love techie. I love techie. I get techie.
We get techie with it. Me and Brent do.
Yeah.
Ed's
just wired for it already. You don't need it.
He's a device in his own.
With LiDAR, I actually so I mean if you're experimenting with LiDAR,
that's basically
the SLS uses LiDAR, doesn't it?
The SLS runs on LiDAR too.
Yeah.
So the tripwire basically is going to be, from now on, we're going to get rid of these little mini pieces, and it's going to be nothing but the
theremin kits.
The theremins from now on.
Yeah. And I mean, the cool thing is we built, you get that kit, you build it yourself. Not you guys can do this. Anything we build here, you guys can freely and easily purchase all the materials, build it yourself. You get a cheap paranormal investigation tool. Again, every time I say that, I want everybody to know you're better off not just buying a paranormal investigation tool. Understand what that tool says it does. Once you understand what it's saying it does, what the technology actually does, all right, and understanding how it's implemented it throughout, whatever it's being used for in the world, you can get an idea of what to expect from it, right? And then from there, our mind should be going to, okay, if this does go off, right? We understand what it takes to make it go off, or what could trick it to going off, what could cause a nuisance or a false alarm in this, right? Once you understand that environmentally or whatever, and it goes off, and you can rule out the things that could trick it, and you're saying, okay, this could be paranormal. What you have the understanding of the technology, you understand what they actually have to do to make that go off.
Yeah.
So now you understand another piece about
That's what I was
side of the veil.
Yeah.
If you can understand how their technology actually affects them, or they affect the technology.
Talking to Rebecca today, I was like, hey, it pays off to be in the field that I'm in, because we get to see all these technologies up close.
I know we deal with them every day,
Which
so
brings me to this flux sensor that everybody loves, right? Everybody loves this yes/no flux sensor that is $400. That if somebody wants to say yes, they turn on a green light and a low pitched noise comes on, like a audible alarm. Somebody says no,
right.
comes on. What's up, Jacob? A red light comes on and a high pitched audible alarm is set off, right?
Right.
So me and Brent were chatting this week through text, and we think we found a way to create the flux and also get rid of that audible alarm and have it come with a yes or no.
Exactly.
And
even better. Can I add one different level to that?
Yep.
Even better, just customizable.
Fully customizable.
To say whatever you want it to say, or play whatever you want to play.
Yep. So and the music box. All right, the music box. I mean, talking about the music box app right here.
It's app. There's an app.
The music box that's $300. You can use the same technology that is in the flux to create a music box.
Exactly. To create a music box. Now, it'll be a little bit more than what we just said, what we did for a Bible box. A little bit more, but still way less than the actual music box, paranormal music box.
Yep. So these are the two things that we're working on next. So we got our REM pods. If you're looking for a cheap alternative to spending $200 on a REM pod, give us a shout on Facebook. If you're interested in a Bible box, give us a shout. New tripwire, give us a shout. We'll make it. It's all made to order, so it might take a little bit to get to you.
Yeah. I mean, another thing I'll add is we do tutorials.
Yep.
From time to time. But I mean, honestly, if someone asks, hey, I want to give it a try. I want to build one. Can you tell me? We don't have to hit us up.
If you want to build one, we'll definitely help you out. But
Absolutely. I love when people get into technology and want to learn how to do something. And I geek out.
It's all about putting the tools in the hands of people that are out in the field doing the work that needs to be done.
And the more people understand it and don't just buy it because someone else has it and it looks flashy or it sounds cool. But the more people understand what they're using and why you're implementing it, the better this field is going to be.
Gotcha. Hit me up, Solo. I gotcha. We'll figure it out. All right. So yeah, those are some of the things we've been working on and we've been implementing on investigations, and we've been finding some good results. Haunted Carlisle, the 2 Mile House, Monday, 6:15. It's going to be a good one. It just so happens that the 2 Mile House was featured in a article in the Sentinel this week up there. And I don't know. I've been doing a lot of reels on Facebook with that hashtag Carlisle PA. Let's just say that. trying sell our brand inside that city.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Hey, can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So to spot it, just because I got techie brains here, and we got a tech inventor with us.
Yep.
So what was the one you created? Developed Spirit Talker app. What is Spirit Talker? If I got Spirit Talker on here, what is it? What is it using? What is it sensing? What is it using in this phone to produce a word? Are you willing and able to tell me that? I'm curious about that. Maybe we should just have you on here one day and have a tech talk with us. We love talking
I
tech.
know what Spirit Talker does and how it's supposed to act. It's supposed to emulate this.
Yeah, there you go.
The Godfather of ITC.
Yeah, Obulus.
The Obulus X, the original, with the DDT board.
Oh, we got a link here. Studio YouTube.
So,
What's that link there?
yeah.
I'll have to check. Oh, excellent. Perfect. I will, if that's the link to that live stream, I will watch it, brother. That is awesome. And thank you so much for doing that. That's so cool. Anybody else, get on there and check that out. So, again, the more you understand about the technology, how it works, the more educated you are about it, the better you are at being able to implement it, and not just implement it, but I think in this field especially, we have to be in a position to rule out false, alarms, or whatever you want to say. What could also set it off? So understanding your environment and creating an environment as best you can that would not trick this to doing something. So if you understand how it works, you should be able to test bed it at your home, where you or somewhere where you're confident there's not a lot of activity or zero activity is best, you know what I'm saying? And then take it to a location, use it. And now you have an idea of what it does typically, and why is it changing and working now? So I think that's awesome. Dude, I will definitely check that out. I'm so happy you guys linked that.
See, that's one of the things I think a lot of people need to be aware of it before they get into it. I mean, if you think about watch these paranormal shows, and they got all these devices on there, and it does this. But how do you know that that's what that device is? You're going on their word. So it's important that you learn what you're seeing being used. So that way, you become a master of it. Two, you can explain to other people and have confidence in it.
The whole goal is, we all want to be
easier before the world of our eyes.
Right. We want to be in here proficient and professional in this field. This is not just a fringe, type of field where, I want to get scared and get out there. No, get it. If you're using a tool, use it because you understand it. You know what should be coming through and why, and not just because Ghost Adventures did it.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of people out there that do anything because Ghost Adventures does it. There's a lot of people out there that won't do
or
anything.
Anybody. I wasn't just saying Ghost Adventures.
There's a few people that won't do any locations because Ghost Adventures didn't do it.
Yeah.
Inside the brain. Or
yes.
There's also people out there that like to get possessed at every location. And then have the audacity to try to contact one of our locations.
How do I get him started, Ed? I don't need to.
No, you don't want him to come there. He gets possessed every investigation.
I mean, well, it's funny because Rebecca and I were talking about that at one of their locations, and a group came, and they kept, everywhere this group went, there was a demon, and I'm like, here? I don't feel anything.
Me and Brent have been investigating for almost fucking 30 years now. I don't think we've ever ran into a demon.
No. We've been to a lot of places.
I've seen more demons on the road with a Dodge emblem than I've seen in houses.
Oh, shit. All right, boys. We're coming up on an hour. I'm trying to keep this to an hour tonight because
it's been fun.
It's been fun. It's a good time. Remember, folks, if you're interested in some of the devices we've been using, just hit us up on Facebook. Monday will be Haunted Carlisle. The link is pinned all the way up at that top. There is such thing as too much equipment. Yes, definitely. I miss you too, Des. I told you,
I'll see Des tomorrow.
Des. You have whenever you want your little wings to fly, you can fly them this way. All right.
Hey, everybody, check each other out. Support each other in here.
We're trying to get Trinity to 800, please.
Yes.
We've been talking about 800 for the last 2 weeks. Please.
They should be at 8,000. That's how good they are. I'm telling you. Guys, get on there and check them out.
All right. Subscribe to Antietam.
Yes.
We're trying to bring them along too. Everybody in this chat support each other. Okay? Go to each other's channels.
Did you see what Desiree said? Hey, stop. Did you see what Desiree said?
I'm coming back. Spotted. I'll check it out. 2 hours long is all right with me. I'm cool.
I got a. I think we got a good one coming up in July. Des.
Oh,
yeah, and I won't be able to make that one.
I'm excited about that one.
This is the one that's been in the chat, right? Our friend.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
A friend of ours.
I'm hoping that it comes through. I'm waiting on a call from the boss. So, Des, we got to get that. Well, we don't need that bear anymore because
Kelly,
we'll have this guy right here. All right. So everybody, Haunted Carlisle Monday. You're not going to want to miss the 2 Mile House. It's a good one. The link's up top. Go set the reminder, 6:15. Hopefully we see you there. All right. So everybody have a good weekend. It was fun chatting. And so for me,
Brent
and Ed,
we wish you adieu, and we will not let you walk into that darkness alone. Everybody wish Ed good luck tomorrow.
And stay free, everybody.
Stay free. Stay free. Don't let them take you. Don't let them
walk you into that darkness.
Don't let them walk you into that darkness. All right, folks. Have a good weekend.
Later.